I'm delighted to be joined today by James Ackrig from Microsoft. He's the Head of Technology. We're here today to talk about some of the latest technologies that Microsoft are offering and some of the changes that are happening in the world of IT. So one of the things we're talking a lot to customers about is the end of life of Windows XP and the end of life of Exchange 2003, about what their options are going forward, and I guess that must be a big topic for you at the moment.
Yeah, Windows XP, it's been around for over 10 years and done a really great job for many of our customers. But on April the 8th, 2014, not that we're counting...
Ingrain that in people's brain.
Just in case you're counting, that's only 313 days. Not that we're counting that down, but absolutely, Windows XP will go into permanent retirement. And this provides a great opportunity for our customers to modernize their desktop, both with the operating systems that they're going to use and also the technology that you use for productivity tools, such as the latest versions of Office. I think the thing that we find today is around 47% of small and medium businesses are now looking at enabling people to be more mobile in the way that they work. The sort of option with Windows 8 opens up a whole sort of gamut of mobile devices. There's around 2,400 devices now certified for Windows 8. So a great choice and opportunity for customers to really enable their workforce.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think one of the things you're really seeing from customers is that people wanting to work from all sorts of devices and all sorts of locations. Yeah, and always on, basically.
Yeah, I think it's that sort of flexibility in the way that people now would like to work. There's an expectation as regards to the way that people use technology in their personal lives, and that comes across into business. And unfortunately, businesses today have not necessarily delivered the same kind of experiences in the business world. Now with technologies such as Windows 8, Office 365, businesses have that choice now to really sort of transform the way that they work and enable people to be more mobile. It was really interesting this morning here at Milton Keynes. All of the small and medium businesses really excited about what Office 365 could do for them, really seeing firsthand the benefits of cloud computing and what that means for their organisation when it comes to productivity and working on the move.
I think that's one of the things that people are confused by the term cloud computing, is because it's such an open-ended term as to what it actually means.
Yeah, I think people are perhaps using cloud computing without even knowing it. It is a technology that enables new scenarios for businesses. Hotmail's been around for around 15 years. Microsoft has been delivering consumer-based cloud services for many years now. And over the last few years, we've started to deliver one after the other as regards the choice for now delivering enterprise-class services from the cloud. So although I could still buy a server, run that server on premises within my organisation, maybe IT isn't core to my business. And perhaps what would make a lot more sense is for me to consume my email services, my collaboration services from a cloud-based solution, in this case Office 365, and it will then scale as my business scales without necessarily the upfront sort of cost that normal infrastructure would incur.
I was going to say, you're very much moving from a CapEx cost to a pay-as-you-go service, to a pay-as-you-user. Base grows.
I think the timing's been perfect. I mean, with uncertainty in the economy, knowing that I can pay per user, the fact that the users then use multiple devices, which again is something that we see more and more, alleviating the problems around perhaps accidental miscompliance from licensing. We were all about reducing risk in business, but at the same time enabling businesses to do more.
I think one of the concerns when we're talking to customers about Office 365 as an example is the privacy and the security of their data. I guess that's something that's really important to Microsoft as well. Yeah,
I mean, a consideration when looking at any cloud solution is privacy, security, and also the sort of availability of that platform. It was highlighted today during the Q&A around how important that is. Microsoft has been very open about the policies, procedures and processes that we put in place across our global infrastructure, and in particular the unique capabilities we bring for EU customers. We have a website that's called Trust, a Trust Center. I think it's trust.office365.com, and there we go into great detail about how we protect your privacy, how we enforce security as regards the data, because at the end of the day, it is our customers' data, and we are providing that service to provide uptime, security for them to access that information wherever they happen to be.
In regards to all of the collaboration features we've spoken about with Office 365, obviously there's SharePoint and Lync, and I think Lync is a big one in terms of that remote working and that ability to communicate directly with customers that are in different locations is something that I think will really take take off in the next few years?
I think what's interesting is in the time that we used to talk about on-premises infrastructure, we would talk about the individual servers, the Exchange server, the Lync server, the SharePoint server, and so on. What we're finding more with Office 365 is the conversations are more on the outcomes of what people are able to deliver. So the fact that I can share documents now with not only people within my business, but also partners and clients that I actually work with. The fact that I can now turn any sort of face-to-face meeting into an online meeting using Lync, and very soon being able to connect through Skype to a much broader audience. These are the kind of scenarios that are really exciting customers around the possibilities that it opens up for them and how they're going to be able to better conduct their business, better connect, better communicate, more importantly, better collaborate as well. So I think that the focus is really on the outcomes and the benefits now rather than the technology, and it's great to see the technology kind of fading into the background and just being the tools that people use to get things done.
Yeah, I think the great advantage is that, as you probably mentioned already, that the enterprise class technologies are available for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 man per business. That previously those would never have been available due to the cost of the infrastructure that would be a requirement to do that. It's completely changed the aspect of what a business would do with their technology.
I think it's great to see, startup organisations. I had the benefit of staying in a local bed and breakfast whilst I went to a meeting in Dorset, and as I was checking out of the hotel, the owner invited me into the office to pay my bill, and as I looked, he was running Windows 8, and Windows 8 had only been out a couple of days. I said, "Wow, that's impressive, Windows 8." And I explained that I work for Microsoft, so I was always interested in how people are using our technology. He said, "Oh, well, you'll like this." He said, I've also got a Windows phone." I said, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah, I've got a Windows phone. I had an alternative phone. I'm not going to mention the brand." He said it was rubbish. He said, "The Windows phone works really, really well." I said, "Oh, that's really good to hear." And he said, "Oh, well, if you like that," he said, "you'll also like the fact that I use Office 365. I said, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah." He said, the Windows phone seamlessly connects to Office 365. My Windows 8 seamlessly connects to Office 365. Whilst I'm out running errands, I can still be connected to people that are coming to stay at the bed and breakfast. I'm always connected. I can really deliver a much more personalised service than ever before. And that's down to the sort of cloud and the devices story being a reality. So, from a one-person organisation all the way up to some of the, best-known world-class brands. I believe Aston Martin is a new client of ours using Office 365. It's transforming businesses across the globe.
I guess it sounds like a perfect case study, doesn't it?
I did actually mention, wow, I couldn't even have written a case study that good. But again, there's many, many more examples of customers that have seen the benefits firsthand around Office 365 and devices really changing the way that they work.
I think a lot, and just showing a lot of the interoperability between devices. So they've got their laptop, their PC, their Windows phone, their Windows Surface, their multitude of devices that people have. It's very much a case that not everyone has just a PC or a laptop now. It's that cross-compatibility of different devices and the ability to access everything from every device.
I think this is something that Microsoft realised very early on in the fact that we adapted our licensing so that you can actually license multiple devices. Very much more people-centric, and so I can be licensed to use Office 365 in this example, and I can use it on my Surface device. I can use it on my Windows Phone device. I can use it on my PC. I can even use it on a Mac, an alternative platform, should I wish. And this is a sort of openness that Microsoft brings to the platform. The diversity of devices are catered for, so whatever kind of work style, lifestyle that you have, the blend of the enterprise class services with a multitude of different devices is going to be part and parcel of the way that people work going forward.
I think another big advantage of Office 365 is the ability for people to get an Office license and the newest versions of Office, because you'll find with lots of small businesses they have 5 or 6 different versions of Office across the business. Some people are still working in Office 2007 or there's so many different versions. To get everybody to the same version is a big advantage, and the fact that if they have Office 365 they get that upgrade when it becomes available, so they're continually on the same platform across the business.
I think in the latest release of Office 365, we brought Office Professional Plus. It's the latest version of our Exchange desktop suite. When I look to deploy that to my PC, we can deploy it from the cloud in between 5 to 10 minutes, which is just understanding as regards the technology achievement. This makes it very easy for business users to actually then have Office on their PC. The great thing about this new way of delivering Office from the cloud is that it will also work side by side during this sort of time that I may still have documents that I want to use an older version of Office with, whilst I actually transition towards a new way of working with the new Office, so we can run side by side. And as Office gets updated, the customers that have a subscription to Office 365 will always be getting the latest version of Office, and with this cloud deployment model, it will always be a seamless upgrade as well. So we think the technology is really advanced, and perhaps one of the things that businesses aren't aware of is just how advanced this technology has moved forward. We've tried to make it as simple as possible for people to use, but provide really rich capabilities to all businesses.
I think that's what we're trying to give people, live demos of how Office 365 works and the capabilities of SharePoint Link. Because, as I said, I think the term cloud computing often scares people. I don't know what it is, I can't see it, I can't touch it. But to show somebody and demo it in front of that client or that audience, it's not that different way of working. They just need to understand that it's very simple. It's made quite easy for people. Whereas, I think the term you should be using cloud computing is thrown around quite a lot, and people are kind of, I don't know what it is. I can't touch it. I can't feel it.
I think that's very true. I think even today, being asked to talk about cloud computing is often a very difficult concept for people to kind of understand. It is just a different way of delivering storage, compute power, and networking to an audience. And so today, using a live example such as how I'd actually use my email, how I'd use my collaboration tools from the cloud through Office 365. The audience today was a very mixed audience from people of a very young generation through to a more mature business person. But certainly the feedback that we had following the presentation this morning, the live demonstration really brought it home as regards how this could be used in their business, how it would transform the way that they work with data, and also perhaps give a better work-life balance as well. So, definitely showing the technology and what it can do, taking the context of what's important for that particular business. It's a very flexible solution, so it can cater for most business needs straight out the box. And the fact that it's extensible and customizable also means that it can be better fitted to meet the specific needs of each business.
So how do you see the future of Office 365 and the future of cloud computing?
So certainly the era of cloud computing is with us today, but certainly Microsoft's perspective is it's around continuous innovation. Customers that are using Office 365 today are already seeing incremental updates as we bring new capabilities to the platform. The possibilities that cloud computing brings for businesses is just limited by the imagination. Even in the consumer world, the humble gamer using online gaming, our Xbox platform as an example today is powered by 15,000 servers in the cloud. When we launch the new Xbox One, that will be scaled to 300,000 servers. This sort of scalability of computing power and what that can mean is pretty much endless. So I'm really excited about the future and what that's going to bring for businesses, and certainly our partners are going to see great opportunities around how they can help businesses with cloud computing.
Thank you very much for coming today.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much for the insight into Office 365 and the future of cloud computing. Obviously, for more information on this, feel free to contact Mirus, but thank you very much.
Thanks.